She destroyed the briefcase, of course, so that means what? A pink briefcase is on the way. Which you all knew was going to happen. We all knew that she was going to get a pink briefcase. So now that this one is destroyed, like I said before, Tiffany is not going to cash in until that briefcase gets updated. Now here's a question. If you're going to go through the trouble of making a pink briefcase, how long is she going to hold it? I think for a while. That's why I think she's not going to cash in at SummerSlam successfully. I think she'll probably fail to cash in and she'll hold that pink briefcase for a while longer. Because you're going to make an awesome, cool, trendy pink briefcase. Why have it be cashed in like 2 weeks later? Doesn't make any sense. We're not going to see it until maybe even the day before the big event. Because remember, according to reports or spoilers, she has the same briefcase next week on a tape show, but it's like destroyed. So when Tiffany put up that video or that picture online with her destroyed briefcase, that's what she has on the tape show, which makes sense. So next week, she's gonna have this taped up version of the briefcase. So that means we will not see the pink version until potentially the day before SummerSlam. Is that correct? I think that's right. Because we just had SmackDown this week, or yesterday, right? The next one, the tape show is the 26th. And yep, we have one SmackDown to see the pink one. I don't think she's gonna have a pink one and then cash in the next day. I think she's gonna hold that pink one for a while. So my storytelling, practical brain is telling me, if she's gonna have a pink briefcase for longer than a day, she's gonna fail to cash in. By that I mean she's not gonna cash in. She'll fail the attempt. She'll fail the attempt to cash in. And then she'll hold it for longer. Does that make sense? If you're gonna go through the trouble of creating the pink briefcase, she has to hold it for a while, right? Does that make sense? Would it be kind of silly to have it for like a day? Because again, the tape show, she has this version of the briefcase, this broken down, taped up version. So if you're gonna change the briefcase to a pink one, you gotta hold it for a while. Therefore, my suspicion is she will not cash in at SummerSlam. Does it make sense? You tell me. Isn't it too early for her to be champion? Well, that depends. Is she gonna hold the briefcase for 6 months, 7 months? Is she gonna cash in next year? Maybe it won't be too long by then. Will it be too early right now? I would say probably yes. But if she cashes in next year for Money in the Bank, then it will probably be long enough. They love her. The fans love her. She's over internationally. They're able to fast track her now because of how over she is internationally. If she wasn't getting this great reaction, all these TV time chants, if that wasn't happening, they would not be pushing her the way they are. They're pushing her because she's so over. Luckily for them, she's talented and she's a star that they want to put in that position eventually anyway, right? Because they're going to change the briefcase, she's going to hold it for a while. But yes, Bayley's walking out as champion. Yeah, what's the point of having a pink briefcase? You hold it for one day. That's crazy. She's going to fail that cash in. I just mean she's not going to be able to cash in. She's going to go down there to cash in, but something will happen. The bell will not ring. The bell will not ring. It won't ring. Something will happen. Like, why change the briefcase? You're going to get rid of it within a day, right? So when I say leading up to SummerSlam that she won't cash in, I expect all you to say, yeah, Will, I agree with you. Everywhere I see, they all say she's going to cash in on SummerSlam. I'm like, why would she cash in SummerSlam if you're going to get a new briefcase? It doesn't make any sense, but we'll see. Yeah, I just think something's going to happen because, like, for example, last year we had Damage Control running down there to cash in on Bianca Belair. Are you going to do the same exact thing the next year? Have Tiffany run down there and cash in on the babyface? Again, the same formula as last year? I don't buy it. I think she tries to cash in, but it doesn't work. She holds on to the pink one for a very, very long time. For at least a few months. For at least a few months, she'll hold on to that thing. Sometime around the Rumble, that could work. Or even after the Rumble, maybe, no. Here's the thing. Now tell me if this makes sense. Another question. If you're going to wait until close to the Rumble, you gotta be careful. Because all the storylines going into the Rumble and Chamber will be about their current champions. Typically, you don't get a title change that close to Rumble because you have that champion in place and you're already planning for that champion to be in the Mania spots. So if you're gonna do that, I think you gotta make sure it happens before the Rumble because it'd be kind of weird to have, let's say I don't know. I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna make it up. Jade Cargill wins the Rumble. He's like, I'm going after you, Bailey. Let's say Bailey's still champion somehow. And then Tiffany catches in on Bailey. That's kind of weird. Like, you know, if you want to build properly to Mania, champions got to be kind of set in stone, kind of established, right? So if Tiffany's going to cash in before the Rumble, that makes more sense, but not after. There's like a window of time where it can happen, right? In lead up to the Rumble, it can't happen. Between Rumble and Mania, it can happen, but after Mania, it can happen, right? And before, maybe around like Survivor Series, it can happen, right? Around Survivor Series, but not close to Rumble, and then after Mania, right? I think that's the perfect time because you want to have your champions kind of set in stone for the Rumble season to make sense. I think you want your champions to be kind of like established, you know? Here's something that nobody has said. What if Tiffany Stratton cashes in on Rhea? Let's say for argument's sake, because everybody thinks it's not going to happen, right? Everybody thinks that Tiffany's going to cash in on Bailey or Nia Jax, right? What if Liv Morgan retains at SummerSlam, right? But then they have a bad blood match and there's a real like actual, maybe a street fight or a hardcore match or a big stipulation match, and Tiffany is waiting in the wings and Liv Morgan and Rhea destroy each other. And Tiffany runs down there after Rhea wins her title back. She runs down there and cashes in on Rhea Ripley. What if she becomes champion on Raw by cashing in on injured Rhea Ripley after a war with Liv Morgan at Bad Blood? Not Liv Morgan, not Liv. But what if Rhea wins it back and she cashes in on Rhea? And you get Liv Morgan still happy that Rhea Ripley is not champion. You have Tiffany as champion with Rhea Ripley still feuding with Liv Morgan. Because what if Liv Morgan makes a deal with Tiffany? Okay, Tiffany, here's the deal. Rhea Ripley's a tough out. She's tough. Let's say she beats me. If I lose, I'm going to set you up. I'm going to attack her in a way, and you're going to run down there and cash in on her. That way, the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour can stay intact. Because really, I want her to not be happy. And her not being happy is her not having the championship belt. So if Tiffany runs down there and catches in on Rhea Ripley after the match, the Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley storyline can continue with Tiffany being champion out of that feud. It could work. That's all I'm saying. It could work. Especially if you want Tiffany and her boyfriend to travel together. She could be on Raw with her man, and that makes sense, you know. Just a thought. Just a thought. Tiffany cashing in at Bad Blood after Rhea Ripley wins it back. And Liv Morgan continues to torment Rhea Ripley. That could work. It could work. That's all I'm saying. That would shake things up. That'd be kind of unexpected. Tiffany running down there and catching on Rhea Ripley. Not a bad idea. Yeah, thank you, Pedro. Not a bad idea. Right now, it's looking like Tiffany cashes in on Bailey. Okay. But what if she cashes in on Rhea Ripley? That'd be a turn that no one sees.
Kip up!